There was a lot of focus around acquisition versus retention, so kind of really trying to understand from all of the venues what they're doing in terms of acquisition. So, what are the most successful routes that they're seeing conversion from? And then equally, it's kind of from a retention point of view, it's about what incentives, initiatives are we putting in place to kind of make sure that members stay with us. Suite entertainment is a really good example. We're definitely seeing a decline in that kind of private box facility. We've seen lots of examples here this week about people who are knocking through sort of 5, 6, 10 loges and creating sort of party suites or kind of networking spaces. So that's something that's impacting all of us right now. And I kind of really wanted to wrap up the afternoon session by kind of focusing on the future. We spent a lot of the day talking about what people are doing, the firefighting that a lot of us are having to do at the moment. So this session was really about focusing on the changes in the hospitality space and what that means for how we're going to be selling in 3 years' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time from now, because there are so many more channels available to us. The profile of people who are purchasing sports hospitality is changed vastly, especially in the last 3 years. What is that going to look like in the future, and are we prepared to kind of adapt and change with it? A common theme that came out of the day was poor collaboration internally. How do you get your global sponsorship team working better with your ticketing team, working better with your sales team, and kind of really having a single approach? Some common factors that people were sort of discussing were the fact that everybody kind of almost has their own pot of data and they all want to protect it, and you don't really want to share that information, when the reality is there were lots of success stories about when you do share or you're kind of communicating and kind of having discussions with those other departments, and just the results of the sales that were kind of coming through from internal referrals is incredible. It sounds like really obvious stuff, but looking at the room, it was very clear to see that actually it's not necessarily happening all the time. It was kind of just really fascinating to kind of hear some of the internal initiatives that people were doing to kind of really drive revenue in their business. So whether that be a commission structure to the rest of the office that they kind of sit with. So it doesn't matter whether you're in sales or not. If you give them a referral and it converts, everyone gets rewarded from it. So that sort of real collaboration piece is definitely a positive take home.